Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series.
Hey guys, it's Adam here, and today, if you're watching this the day it came out, it is my birthday. And that means I'm about to make what will probably be considered the most narcissistic video I've ever done on my channel, although I swear to you that's not my intention. Basically, over the past couple of months I've been sent a few different packages from viewers, and I thought, oh, it'd be nice to do a video to unbox them all. I do this from time to time, and in fact last year I did this on the holidays with the evil Mrs. Claus, who sends her love. She could not be here this year. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to basically just use my birthday as an excuse to unbox a few packages from people. So that's honestly the truth behind the reasoning of this video. And as a bonus, yeah, it's my birthday. But so let's go ahead and open up a few different things, shall we? The first one is this. It comes from a guy named Stephen Moore who lives in the UK. He didn't actually send this to me, per se. He sent this to my other channel, Game Society Pimps. Basically, he had a couple of different items that he wanted to send us because he's a fan of that channel. And specifically, like, he sent a bottle of Fallout 4 themed beer, which I guess is exclusive to the UK, although it might have been released in mainland Europe as well. I'm not sure. I was told, or at least I heard, that it was exclusive to the UK. He also sent a couple of food items, I guess, for my other cohort, Emery. The beer was for Aaron because, one, he really loves Fallout, and two, he does a show called Beer and Board Games, and he loves booze. So, yeah. But he threw in a third item, which is a video game themed item, and he told me as such, and said it would be a surprise. So Aaron already opened this and took out the beer and the food, but he left in the video game item as per my request. So I actually have no idea what this is, but I'm very curious. Based on the way it feels, I'm guessing it's like a t-shirt or something, but we'll see. So it's already open, but I have not looked, so here we go. Okay, well, it's plastic, so it's definitely not a shirt. Here we go. Holy shit. Check it out. It's, okay, I was not expecting this at all. It's an Atari 7800 controller, the European style one. That's really awesome. Okay, so, sorry. Yeah, the Atari 7800, when it was released here, we had this, like, weird joystick style controller. In Europe, they got a more NES style controller, this one. I've never seen one of these in person before. That's really cool. This controller is notoriously better than the piece of shit that we got, and it's a shame that they never released this here. Wow, that's really cool. So I guess he must have had like one laying around or something. I don't know. But yeah, so thank you, Steven. I really was not expecting that. He must have seen my Atari 7800 video I did earlier, or last month. Because I talked about it and simply said that I didn't have one. I certainly wasn't expecting one though. So there you go. That's really cool. Thank you, Steven. Sorry about the jump cut there. I've decided that in between packages I'm just going to jump because it's just for the sake of efficiency. So this one was not actually sent to me by anyone. I bought this. This is my birthday gift to myself. So let's just open it up. There's no real surprise involved in this one. It basically just showed up at the right time, and I thought, all right, let's just throw it in the video. And it is, after I get the order form out of here, make sure, yep, just the main piece. It is Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U, the collector's edition. Very cool. This is, of course, Nintendo's like big game that they're pushing on the Wii U this holiday season. Also, apparently, we got the best version of a collector's edition for once in North America for the Wii U. Typically, for some reason, this time around with the Wii U, the best collector's editions, of course, usually Japan, but also Europe's been beating us a lot. They're also getting a lot of games we're not getting, like, you know, Project Zero or Fatal Frame 5 physical edition. So very cool that we finally got one that's slightly better. I know I'm just saying it based on what I've heard a lot of Europeans saying they're unhappy with their specific collector's edition. I guess the difference with ours is that it has a much bigger art book, and it comes with this USB dongle that includes a digital version of the soundtrack. Let me go ahead and open it up. It's cool to get this. I pre-ordered this on Best Buy at Best Buy's website, which was nice because out of curiosity, I checked out some stores like in person. I haven't seen it anywhere. Apparently, it's very hard to track down, which is it's nice to get one. Plus, since I got it at Best Buy, I got 20% off. So the thing retails for $90, and I got it for $72. So that was a nice discount. Big art book there. Look at that. That's cool. Obviously, I haven't played it yet since I just opened it. But very cool. I just kind of figured this is going to be a hard game, or hard edition to find. And of course you get the game, right there. As well as this little certificate of authenticity. Don't know what that's all about. And then this, like I said, oh wow, that's really metal. It's a flash drive. I just assumed this was going to be plastic. No, this is metal. Wow. I have no idea how big it is as far as storage. It's custom designed, obviously, to look like some aspect of the game. And yeah, it just contains all of the music for the game. That's pretty neat. So there you go. That's my birthday gift to myself. This one comes from a guy named Adam, you know, represent. He contacted me and basically said, like, hey, I got 2 copies of this game. You know, if you don't have it, I'm happy to send you the other one. And much to my surprise, I didn't have it. Like, all right, I wasn't surprised I didn't own it, but it was like weird that I don't. And you'll see why when I open it. So let me just open it up and show you. It is Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo. Yeah, somehow I didn't own this game until now. I don't get why, because I know I played it when I was younger. I know my friends had it. I know I've played it before, at least to some extent. I don't remember a lot of the details about it, but it is kind of weird to not have owned it, considering it's one of like the definitive, like, iconic games for the Super Nintendo. So I want to thank Adam for that, and it's actually in really good shape. Like, I figured, because if he had like an extra one, it was probably like beat up or something, which I wouldn't have a problem with, you know. But still, it was like, this is actually in really good shape, so it's really surprising. So thank you to Adam for that. Yeah, that's really, really cool of you. As mentioned before, the evil Mrs. Claus could not be here, but we'll probably be doing a live stream together in like January, like some sort of Q&A, so keep an eye out for that. I don't know exactly when, hopefully. But anyways, she obviously, as I said, can't be here, but she did send something anyway, and I'm pretty sure I know what this is because she was asking me a lot of questions about it. So I'll open it up, and if it's what I think it is, then it won't be a surprise. If it's anything else, then it will be a bit of a shocker. But yeah, let's find out. There. And here it is. Yep, it's exactly what I thought. It's a PS TV. You guys, I'm sure, know this as Sony's ill-fated attempt at making a consoleized version of the PlayStation Vita. Too bad that this didn't work out. You know, 2 reasons for that, of course. One being that it was a great idea, but they didn't really support it accurately. Like, a lot of games don't work with it, and a lot of features are simply non-existent. Like, Netflix apparently doesn't even work on this thing, even though it's called the PlayStation TV. A lot of things that, like, it's clearly just like a firmware update or 2 away from being, like, amazing. So the other reason that this is, I guess, didn't really work out is because the Vita in general just didn't really work out, which is too bad. This thing also, I guess she must have paid $20, is my guess, because Best Buy, as well as Amazon and all the other retailers, are cleansing themselves of this thing. This thing's getting Virtual Boy treatment, which is unfortunate, I guess, that it didn't work out, but works for us if you wanted to get one. But yeah, Best Buy, I know, was selling these for 20 bucks, and I know this came from Best Buy, so I'm guessing that's what happened. So that's really cool. I mean, like, they got to the point where not only were they selling for like 20 bucks, but they were also giving them away if you bought a PS4. They would just give you one for free until they completely ran out of them, and I guess now they give you a PlayStation camera or something. So that's cool. Yeah, that'd be cool to check that out. Unfortunately, I don't own any Vita games. Actually, I take that back. I think I have Retro City Rampage, and I bought that for collector's reasons. But yes, so hopefully they go out with a bang and release. I know they're not really supporting the Vita anymore, but I hope that they at least do one more firmware update to unlock more games to become compatible with it. But definitely cool, nevertheless, to have a PlayStation TV. Because I'm sure this will be kind of like the Virtual Boy in a number of years. People will be like, holy shit, I want one of those things because how weird it is. Great idea, just oddly not carried out too well. This one comes from my buddy Tom, who runs the Dreamcast Junkyard, or at least he's one of the contributors to it. I think he runs it. He contacted me about this and said, like, hey, we just made this thing. I'd love to hook you up with one. And I was like, okay, but can you also throw this other thing in, which you'll see in a second? And he was, I'm pretty sure he did it. So I'm very excited. And let me just go ahead and open this up here real quick. First, the important thing. He sent me this, the Dreamcast Junkyard Ultimate Collector's Guide, written by Mike Phelan, P-H-E-L-A-N. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Of course, forwarded by Tom Charnock. I've never attempted to pronounce your last name. I apologize. So basically what this is like the Ultimate Dreamcast Collector's Guide, which would have been really useful to me a few years ago when I was compiling because I have a full Dreamcast set, every game from every region. This would have been extremely useful because what I had to do was go through the internet and like browse through forums and just trying to find, you know, partially completed lists and all this bullshit. They've taken the time to compile all this information in a very organized way, and do every region with checklists, every variation, including things like white labels. They even have the independent games on here. They have information on how much they usually go for, and all sorts of stuff. They even have serial numbers for each game, which games, what versions exist in what regions. And then little bits of information if there's some slight variation, example, like a racing game, it might have different cars in one region as opposed to another, that kind of thing. So very cool. If you're interested in this, if this sounds like something you would want to check out, I'll put a link in the description and you can check that out. Also, cover art was by Phil Hockaday. I hope I'm pronouncing that one as well. But yeah, there's our website, dreamcastjunkyard.co.uk. There might be a specific page for this book, which again, I'll put in the link in the description. He also threw in a bonus item at my request. It is a Cadbury bar. If you guys watch me for any length of time, you know I'm kind of pro non-American chocolate, which sucks because I hate not liking the chocolate produced in my country, with the exception of Ghirardelli's, which is good. But everything else we make is... We're plagued by the Hershey bar in the U.S. It's really unfortunate. It's actually a very fucked up situation. A lot of foreign candies will come in, and Hershey will have lobbyists and shit that force them to change how they make their chocolate, and as a result, it will suck. So, yes, we have Cadbury bars in the U.S., but ours are totally different. They're fucking crap. This is the authentic shit. It's really, really good. I never believed it until I actually tried the two, compared it. It's night and day difference. And that's the case with a lot of European chocolate. If they attempt to bring it here, it gets fucked up. So it's nice to be able to get one from there that's, I know, going to be fucking awesome. So thank you again to Tom for that. That was really cool of you. Holy shit. This one was sent to me by a guy named Spock Avriel, or that's how he prefers to be referred to as. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He told me no one ever gets it right, so that's my attempt. Spock Avriel. You let me know, dude, if I got this right. So he contacted me a while ago and said, hey, you've never had one of these things. You've been saying you were going to get one of these things for a long time, which is absolutely the truth. It's very overdue. And he's like, I'm tired of you not having one. He was almost aggressive about it, actually. He's like, you have to take this thing. So I did, even though it's kind of an expensive thing, and I did feel bad about it, but he was like, dude, you have to take one. I have a bunch of these things. This has to happen, etc. So I was like, okay, all right. So he sent it to me a while ago, and I finally get to check it out. And yeah, it's really overdue. That I should have bought one of these things a long time ago. You'll see in a moment. This might take me a second to actually get open though, so I apologize for the delay here. There might be additional jump cuts, actually. Holy shit, was that packed well. When I opened up the box, it was nothing but a sea of green packing peanuts. So I had to take them out, and then get this out of there. So before I take the bubble wrap off, though, I thought it might be kind of cool. Anybody want to take a last second guess, see what this is? All right, otherwise we're going to jump cut to... There it is. It's a record player. At least I assume that's what it's still called. I'll be the first to admit I'm musically incompetent. I don't know anything about music for the most part, which is part of the reason I hadn't actually got around to buying one of these. I assume it's still called a record player, not necessarily a phonograph. I realize that's a much more antiquated term, but if there's a more... They're calling it a turntable system on the instructions, so is that what it's called now? Sorry, I don't know shit about music. But this is cool. He actually took a Dreamcast controller decal of Shenmue and taped it to the front. That's really very nice. But yeah, this is a Sony turntable system, PSLX150H, I guess is the model number. And if you're curious why the hell he would have sent a turntable or record player, okay, so for years now, I've had a couple of records that I would do some videos on, there was a Dreamcast vinyl record that was released, and I did a video on it, but at the time I couldn't do anything with it, I couldn't play it, I just said, I don't have a record player, but this is what it would contain. And then later I did one on the Sega Mega Drive or Sega Genesis, collection of music, same deal, couldn't play it. And then more recently, a company called Data Discs has been releasing more video game themed vinyl records. They did one on Streets of Rage, they did one on Shenmue, they did one on Revenge of Shinobi, and I guess they're about to do one on Hang On. And it was cool. I was supporting these things because I liked the idea, but I had absolutely no way to play them. And I kept meaning to buy one, but eventually he just said, sending you one. Fuck it, you're getting one. So thank you very much to Spock Avriel for doing this. That was really cool of him. Yeah, so as far as I know so little, this is This is like the exact opposite of when it comes to like, I can tell you guys like how to hook up your video game consoles for like the best video quality and all that shit. I know a lot about that. But with this, I was to the basic point of how do you turn it on? Like I don't know crap about music. So what he told me is like, all right, it's got a power cable, obviously, but then he's like, it's also got just a standard RCA audio cable. So you basically plug that into any system that will accept it, and that's how you listen to it. So I'm really looking forward to checking this out. I may or may not do separate videos where I actually play the music back. I would be happy to do it, but with YouTube's copyright strike system, and I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to do a little bit of research in that, and if I find that it's okay, that these companies don't really care, then maybe I'll just release a nice album rip. But then again, that would be digital and would kind of defeat the point a little bit, I guess. But nevertheless, very cool. Thank you, Spock Gabrielle, for doing this. Also, thank you to Adam, thank you to Tom, thank you to Steven. Of course, thank you to the evil Mrs. Claus for sending stuff. Thank you to myself, I guess, for buying Xenoblade Chronicles. But, I mean, it goes without saying, you guys didn't have to do that. Nobody has to do that. And I know you guys you guys watching, I know you get sick of me saying it, because I see that in the comments all the time. Here's Adam saying you don't have to, like, you should make a whole series of videos about saying you don't have to do something. But it's like, it's true though. Like, there's really no other way to express it. I really am appreciative if people send me stuff, but that's not a thing that anyone has to do at all. There's no fee or requirement to do that, to watch stuff I put out for you guys. I do this for you guys. So thank you though. Nevertheless, thank you for these great people for doing this, because it's really cool, but you don't have to. You don't have to do, nobody ever has to, but thank you nevertheless. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later.